love that intro. It's so cool.
It's a hype machine, man. I like it.
It's not bad. Chris does a bang up job with the stuff that he does. I'm not going to say that I listen to that without being live on a show, but it is pretty cool. So welcome to This Is the Play for those that are watching either now or later in the future. I'm with West the Flamingo, and we are going to do this every Friday until we're bored.
Until we can't, and then might take a Friday off, and then we'll be back.
Sure. It'll be fun to do on Fridays because we do kind of overlap in a lot of the conventions that we go to, like last weekend and next weekend. So we'll actually be able to do these live with each other on the Fridays that we're at conventions, like I assume Origins and Gen Con and all the fun stuff coming up soon, really. Jeez.
Yeah, so, really soon.
It's already started, right? Like I was up at Daryl's for a weekend. Then I was just up with you at the Niagara Board Gaming Con.
Yep.
And then one of the things I want to talk about is next weekend. Yep. You and I will both be in Northern Jersey in Woodbridge for the LevelUp Retreat.
That's correct. Yeah. So I work for LevelUp Events as well, and we're helping to put on the convention for LevelUp Winter Retreat 2024. And it should be one heck of a show. It's only our second show, but we are packing a bigger punch than we probably should for such a small convention. We have for those of you in the Warhammer side of things, the miniature Warhammer game types of stuff, we've got a ITC Grand Tournament, which are letters that mean something to you guys, and I'm glad they do. There's also boarding actions. Again, I'm sure it means something to you guys. I have no idea what that means, but it's inside of a spaceship, which I know what a spaceship is. It's 24 feet long, and you could stand inside of it while you're doing a boarding action, which sounds amazing, even though I have no idea what boarding action is. We also have the Old World, which apparently is coming back, so everybody's really excited to see that. So cool. Then we go into stuff that I know things about. We have a board game area. We've got a board game library of over 800 plus titles. We've got 30 some hot games that will be preset on tables throughout the week. I think we've got like 10 or so set up each day, so you can try out some new things. We have 20 plus of some of the biggest names and content creation space for the board game industry will be there. Grant, Danielle, Alex Radcliffe from Board Game Co., and many other people that I will stop trying to name people because my brain not great, will forget names. But there's a lot of really great ones, and I'm sure if you see the pictures going around Facebook, you'll know who's there. In addition to that, we'll also have a ton of RPG events going on as well. D&D in NYC is going to be running a bunch of D&D events for us, including how to plays. So if you've ever wanted to play D&D, but you've never had an opportunity to, this is a great opportunity for you to learn. They will literally be running how to plays all day long, which is super cool. We also have some really big names coming in from that space. Harold Wisconsin Johnson will be there, and he wasn't there when Gary Gygax started D&D, but let's put it this way. He was an editor in the Dungeon Master's handbooks, so the first one. So he was there for a while. Yeah, he's one of the old guard. We also have Luke from DM Layer will be there, which is super cool. And we also have Mark Rainhagen, who invented Vampire the Masquerade and Werewolf the Apocalypse. He'll be there as well, leading some vampire games as well. So super excited about having them. Gaxworks is going to be there with their new Lost World series. So super excited for that. And I'll be there. And I think that's really, what we'll learn more as we play together is that it's always about me, and I'll be there. So I'm super excited. And if I'm excited, everyone's going to have a great time. You can't not see this face and smile. So that's just the way.
It's great. I had a great time every time we've hung out, whether it was at Origins till 2 a.m. playing prototypes, or last weekend playing some what we're going to play tonight.
Yeah.
It's always fun hanging out with you. And it's shaping up to be really cool. That guest list with Alex and Danielle and Grant and Jeremy, like that list is, there's some good people going there. And then it seems like it'll be my first time there, but it seems like it's going to be a hell of a party.
Yeah, Yeah, it should be a lot of fun. We're gonna have a great time. Oh, I forgot the 501st is gonna be there too, and they have a secret mission. So if you don't know, 501st, they're the Star Wars cosplay people. They're the Empire side, and there's also the Jedi side. They'll be there as well. Plus the droid builders will be there with all of their cool things. And together, they're doing a simulated battle that would, in theory, happen the day after the convention. But they're trying to get espionage from both sides. So the Empire is going to be talking to convention goers, trying to get them to come up with cool and unique stories so that they can get some espionage information about the Jedi, and then vice versa. So whoever gets the most information at the end of the convention will technically win the war. So it's going to be super fun.
It's gonna be neat. Yeah, and they're licensed, right? Like they have to go through approval with Lucasfilms or whomever to make sure everything is to spec.
Correct. They have to have their outfits have to be approved. You cannot add anything to the outfit until unless it's been approved. And so they go through a very long, rigorous process of getting all those things done. So they're done exactly right, and they are to spec, which is just super cool. And the neat thing about them is they don't just do that and hang around, but they also take this to places where kids are sick, and then they try to make them feel better. So they have a really great 501c3 attached that they're raising money for during the convention as well. So, hopefully people will support that too.
It's good. Good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking
cool.
forward to it. It's going to be a good time.
Absolutely. Now,
yeah, I don't want to know what's coming, but go ahead.
So, we have a new tradition. It's not really a new tradition because we've done it before, but this tradition is West has a Wild West secret surprise, and it's going to happen on every show. It may not always happen at the beginning, but it's going to happen on every show. And today I'm taking it easy on Mike because I know, he's a little nervous about it. He's not really sure what I'm going to do. And that's part of the exciting fun of it for me is that I get to see Mike squirm a little bit in his chair because he just doesn't know what's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
So for today, Mike has to choose letter S or letter S.
Any other context?
No, they're you just make a choice between S or S.
Let's go with S.
Okay, just clarifying. You wanted to do S, not S. You want S.
Sure. Yes.
Okay, final answer. We're locking it in.
Final answer. Yeah.
All right. Excellent. So you could have heard the story about how I almost died, but today you're going to hear the funniest story about my father because
Okay.
I love my dad. Unfortunately, he passed away after PAX 2 years ago. So I wear this around my neck because of him. It was his favorite necklace that he never wore because he was too worried he would lose it. So like the child that I am, I'm wearing his necklace every day in memory of him. And I don't care if I lose it or not because I think of him every time I have it and it makes me smile. So
Nice.
the best story of my father loved boats. Okay. A huge boat fan. And when I say huge boat fan, it's not just that he liked boats a lot. He liked big boats. The bigger the boat, the better. When I was a kid, my parents were divorced, so I had to go half the time over to my mom's house, and she lived 2 hours away. And then the other half of the time, where I'd like to be home, where my friends were, so I could play with them and like go to birthday parties and stuff like that. Nay, sir, we were on the boat. So we went to this, and we had a 56-foot or 52-foot houseboat. Was the last one at this particular time. So it was a big houseboat. It slept like 6 people and whatever. He does like big boats. You're correct. He can't lie. Any other brother wouldn't deny. So when a big boat slides into the slip but I'm going to stop there because it could get bad. Anyway, so here we go. We're in this big boat, and at this particular time, my dad and I had taken the boat down. I lived in Virginia, so we'd taken it down to Norfolk to see some of the really cool stuff that was there, and we were coming back north to be able to put the boat into its slip for the winter, and it was March, so it wasn't really the winter, but we had some stuff done. But we had just de-winterized a lot of things, but there was a ton of rain, so there was a whole bunch of floating trees in the James River. Now, if you don't know anything about the James River, it is a place where they take huge cargo ships and run them inland quite a bit. It's also where like battleships and aircraft carriers can be seen going through the James River. So it has a very, very deep canal, and there are still some bridges that are bridge overpasses, and some of them are still drawbridges. Now, granted, this was quite a few years ago because I'm old now, and I was a teenager. So either way, it's still entertaining. We are taking this in there. My dad, it is nighttime. It has now started to snow, which you know anything about Virginia. Snowing in Virginia doesn't happen very often. So it was snowing. It was night. There were trees coming through the water towards us, and my job was to take this big giant flashlight and shine it on all the trees, and then my dad would steer around the trees and go to the next area. Now, mind you, this boat doesn't go any faster than 4 knots, which is like 3.5 miles an hour. It was the bane of my existence as a child because we have this cool boat and we can't do anything cool with it. It sucks.
Right.
Anyway, so we're going down there and we're weaving through the stuff and left and right. And I'm doing a really good job shooting all the stuff with the light and everything's going great. And then all of a sudden we hear and like we all stretch forward and then we come back again. And we are sure that we hit a tree. Sure that we hit a tree. So my dad comes flying down because he's been driving the boat from up top, and he comes flying down the stairs, and he's like, "Oh my gosh, we hit a tree!" And so he instantly flips open the engine compartment, and sure enough, there's water in the engine compartment. Which, if you know anything about boats, they happen to be on water. So if you get water in your engine compartment, that generally means that water is coming into your boat through a hole that's not supposed to be there. So he's freaking out and he starts, he throws there's a bilge pump that's already going, which is trying to pump water out as fast as it can. It's not keeping up because the water level is rising. So now he throws me into there, not throws me, but he gives me another secondary bilge pump and he's like, "Hey, get in there and start pumping stuff out." Now I'm a teenager. Now, if you know anything about me currently, I'm not a big fan of hard labor. Look at these hands. Like these hands don't do hard labor. Okay. This face is too pretty for hard work. But what it does do is it can pretend to do enough hard labor to get by. So as I'm pumping the bilge pump, right, whenever he's paying attention, and then when he doesn't pay attention, I stop pumping. Because what difference is it going to make to me? Because I'm a kid. I didn't care about the results of anything. It was fine. So I'm pump when he's looking there, and then I F off when he's not. And I'm just looking around, and my dad has gotten on the radio at this point, and he's sent through to the emergency channel, SOS, large boat in distress, taking on significant amounts of water, send help. He said it like 4 times. All right. And we were right near a bridge. Yep.
Right.
They're beautiful mafia hands. You're correct. So we're right by this bridge and he's freaking out. He's thrown 3 different life vests at me at this point, all of which I've stuffed into the engine compartment because I refuse to wear one because it just gets in the way when I'm pretending not to pump.
Sure.
So then, and he's got 2 life vests on for some weird reason. I'm not really sure, but he's running all over the place. And he then asked me, he was like, "How you feel about swimming?" And now, mind you, it is March. It's very cold in the water. But it's not that far to the shore. And at this point in my life, I wasn't fat. I was actually I did football, I did wrestling, and I was at a swim team in the summertime. So I was pretty good. And we used to swim like 1.5 miles during all of our swim sessions for practice. And if you don't know anything about how long it takes to swim 1 mile in a metered pool, it's a lot. It's a lot of laps. It generally takes like an hour or so to swim 1 mile in a pool. So we swam for about 1.5 hours on most days, and so we would swim about 1.5 hours or about 1.5 miles at that point. It was a lot, so I was totally fine. My dad, on the other hand, not a big swimmer, and not really the most athletic person at this point in his life, and he was really freaking out. About this time, if you look towards the front of the vessel, you would notice that there are a bunch of red and blue lights on top of the bridge, a bunch of them. As a matter of fact, they've shut the bridge down because large boat in distress, they're worried it's some giant sea-going vessel that's going to smash into the bridge and knock it down. We're a 52-foot houseboat. Keep that in mind. Then, as my dad's wondering if we're going to die trying to get to shore, I've noticed that the water stops at some point. Like it goes up to a point and then it stops. It doesn't get any higher. And I try to mention this to him, but he's not hearing anything. Mostly because at this point, that's when the helicopter came. So There's a guy in a little rowboat, not rowboat, but like a little dinghy, rubber craft thing. He's flying up at us from one side, and my dad's like waving his arms like this. And at this point, I say, "Hey, Dad," but the words coming out of my mouth were silent because the helicopter came down and started pointing its big, bright, flashy light on us, and we couldn't hear a thing. And so then the guy in the rubber dinghy's coming over, and he's yelling the whole time, and we can't hear a thing. The rotor washes this way too much.
Right.
And eventually he gets right up next to the boat and he's just yelling into our ears. Again, we still can't hear anything. And then he waves away the guy and he steps out of the boat, the little rubber dinghy, because we're on a sandbar. Yeah, the whole time we've just been grounded on a sandbar. It did manage to pull the I don't know, whatever you call the pipe that goes into the engine and does stuff. Because again, these hands haven't seen hard mechanical labor. I don't know what those words are, but the drive shaft, I think is what it's called. Thank you. Drive shaft with the propeller. Yeah, that thing got screwed up and it made a little bit of a tear in the bottom of the boat.
Yeah.
We were able to get pulled off of the sandbar back into the channel because apparently we'd weaved around too many trees and gotten out of the channel at that point, and that was why we did that. Mind you, the next 5 minutes was the rest of all of the Coast Guard ships showing up because we were dead center in 4 different Coast Guard districts. So no one had any idea which Coast Guard area was supposed to take care of us. And they thought, hey, big boat in distress, let's all come. So we got the helicopter, we got the dinghy boat, we got 2 different Coast Guard vessels. Plus, we had a friend of ours who heard our distress and was coming to save us as well. And he's the one who ended up like towing us back to port where we were able to put in for the night. And that cost my dad a lot of money because they said that he shouldn't have said big boat in distress. So they charged him for the helicopter, which I think was like $5,000
Oh my God.
of 1990s money. So that's like
Right.
like 30 grand or something. It's some insane amount of money today.
Oh my
It was
Lord.
nuts. It was absolutely nuts. But it was by far the best, like the funniest experience. And my dad hated it when I told the story. So I told it at every opportunity I possibly could
Of
because
course.
why
Of course.
wouldn't I? He does the same. He did the same crap to me all the time. Any
Right.
story that I didn't want him to tell, he was Johnny on the spot to tell whatever that story was.
Oh my God.
So love you, Dad. Keeping the tradition alive, my friend, by telling stupid story of my father that he absolutely hated, but I think it's hysterical.
Where was the water coming from in the engine compartment?
So the drive shaft, when we hit the sandbar, it like pulled the drive shaft out a little bit, so it made like a hole in there. So the water was coming into that, and because the drive shaft was on a higher plane than where the engine was, it was sliding in the water in that format somehow.
Gotcha. Oh, Mike, what's up? I don't know how long you've been sitting around, Mike, but that's a bonker story. Like I can picture that in like a movie.
Yeah.
Like the movie that was playing when you were telling about the red and blue lights and the helicopter coming in. You can't hear anything.
Nothing.
That's crazy.
And my dad the whole time worried we were sinking and we were all going to die.
I mean, the best is you pretending to do work.
Yeah, and it was so true. I kid you not, that was exactly what I was doing. Whenever I could hear him come, so I would start like pumping real hard, and he'd go, "Oh, the water's really not going down, is it?" And I go, "No, man, I'm just pumping hard over here." And he was, good
We'll have
stuff.
to hear. I guess we'll hear that next time, or I'll have a 50-50 on maybe hearing it next time.
I mean, eventually, I'm sure you watch enough episodes, you'll hear a bunch. I have a whole bunch of them, technically. Oh yeah, pretending to do work even in an emergency is 100% true. Yeah. If you pump that thing, it hurts. There's a lot too. It's this action just over and over again, just not fun at all.
No, definitely not fun. No, not up here. Not up here. Go over there. You want to say hi to West? You want to say hi to West? No. He's saying hi, but he's walking away.
Hi, Luca.
Dedication, yeah.
It is. It's true. It really. I've mastered the skill these days.
That's
That's why I
hilarious.
had children, actually, was so that I wouldn't have to do as much manual labor. It has not worked out. In case anyone wanted to know, definitely not a plan that
No.
has come to fruition yet. I'm still holding out hope. I do have a 15-year-old, a 13-year-old, and an 11-year-old. I think at some point it's going to pay off. It might
If
be.
they watch this and hear that story about how their dad would fake doing manual labor.
I tell too many stories to them anyway about how I wasn't the greatest student and I got in trouble all the time at school. Like all of these things probably shouldn't have been said to them at some point. My wife tells me I shouldn't have said that. Maybe she was right. Oh well.
Well, we'll see how it pays out, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, my
Gee,
kids are funny
that's
and
good.
smart, so maybe they won't have to do manual labor, or maybe they should do manual labor because smart people do manual labor these days, I think, and make a lot more money than those of us that don't. Yeah.
That could be pretty accurate.
Yeah.
Jeez, that's funny.
Yeah. That was one of my like it literally was my favorite story that I told all the time. Just
That's
I think it's
great.
hysterical. And we kept that boat for like 5 more years. So I got to tell that story to people who came and visited the boat every time.
That was an epic boat.
Oh yeah,
That's like goes down in history.
absolutely.
Remember that
Yeah,
time when?
at that time when we used to
Jesus.
do things like called spider patrol, where in the morning you'd have to wake up and then you'd take a broom and then you would walk the rails around the outside of the vessel so that you would get all the spiders away because my dad hated walking through spider webs.
Yeah.
I love it apparently. No, hated it immensely. But yeah, so that was what he made us do so that way he wouldn't walk through a spider web first thing in the morning
Sure.
because that would be terrible.
Right.
Yeah,
Because
so he
he
made
had
us do it.
kids, so they could do the work that he didn't want to do.
Which is why I assumed that having children was that thing, but somehow I haven't figured out how he did it as well as he did.
You'll
He
get
was
there.
much better at it than I is.
Why were you stuffing the life jackets in the engine compartment too? It's not like they're absorbing the water.
No, I didn't want to wear them. So I kept putting them in the engine compartment so that I didn't have to wear one because it was really hard to pretend to do work with the life vest on. It was even harder at that point. So I just put it to the side and then I'm like, when the ship goes down, yeah, I'll put the life vest on maybe. I wasn't really that worried about it.
Well, you're a swimmer, right? You said you were
Yeah.
swimming, so yeah.
Yeah, it was cold water, don't get me wrong. I mean, it was snowing. So the water was probably in the 40s. But who cares? It's totally fine. I would have been absolutely
Nothing like
fine.
a little hypothermia in March.
Yeah. It wasn't even that far. Like we could have easily swum over there and it wouldn't have been a problem. I was much more worried about the fact that there might be some snakes. But really thinking about it now, it was March, so there wouldn't have been snakes because they would have been hibernating. So it would have been totally fine to go up anywhere. There may have been some turtles, but even they should have been hibernating. So we probably would have been fine.
Yeah, you probably would have been fine.
Hmm.
Jesus, that's hysterical. Thank you for sharing that.
Of
That's
course.
pretty awesome. Jeez, that's funny. You mentioned a dad story because there's a picture on my fridge right here. When I was at SU, going through my master's and doing the whole teaching thing, we got assigned a mentor, someone to watch you while you're in the classroom and then meet with you and talk about becoming a better teacher and whatever. And I remember the day we're all sitting in one of the classrooms and we were going to meet our mentors for the first time. And in walked the group. And I recognized one of the gentlemen, the older gentleman that walked in, as my old superintendent when I went to high school. And I graduated high school in 94. So,
Okay.
right, this was, he wasn't my superintendent. He had just come in after I graduated. So
Okay.
I graduated in 94. He was in shortly after. But I knew him because my dad worked for the school district. So like I just knew him. And he comes walking in. Now, I grew up north of Westchester, New York City, like north of New York City. I'm in central New York. Like, what the hell is this guy doing in central New York at Syracuse University? Like, this doesn't make sense to me right now. So it was really weird that he came in and I'm going, there's no way. And sure enough, he was my mentor.
Oh, wow.
So we're talking, and my father passed away in 2001, and I'm at SU doing my master's in 2009, 2010. So it had been a minute since, my dad had passed. And this gentleman, when they broke ground at the high school for the addition that they were doing, my dad was already in the hospital. And at the press conference, he held up a hard hat for him and saying, "This is for someone who just can't be here," and mentioned him right,
Oh,
like
wow.
stand up, just a stand up dude.
That's awesome.
So he walks in, and I'm like, "There's no way. It doesn't make sense that he's here, and there's no way he's mine." And sure enough, he was. So he was my mentor. And
That's
on the
cool.
last day, when we're going in for the portfolio, he ends up handing me an envelope, and he's like, "I want you to have," because we were done. Like at that point, that was the last thing, and we were out. He's like, "I want you to have this, but I don't want you to open it until after you do your presentation for reasons." And I'm like, "Okay, no problem." So I tucked it in my folder. I did my whole presentation. And afterwards, I come home, I open it up, and it's this picture of him, my dad, and the assistant principal at some party, a school party. And it was today in 2001, January
Oh, wow.
26, 2001.
That's
Dad,
cool.
the whole thing with dad happened a week from today.
Really?
Like the whole thing that happened, and maybe I'll tell the story another time, but it happened February 7th. So February 7th. So it was just about a week after from today. And it's
Wow.
the last picture we have of him.
Oh, wow.
And here he is with it. He's like, he wanted me to have it. So what are the odds that in like the superintendent from the school way in the past, right? And I'm at Syracuse doing my master's way ahead of like farther down than when I should be, because I did all of that other stuff in between. And there he is with this picture. Like, really?
That's crazy.
Bonkers. So it's funny that you brought up your dad's story today of all days. It could have been the near-death experience story, but it ends up being your dad's story on a day like today.
Yep.
Really weird.
That is really weird.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Well, on that note, so like you had said before, whatever your surprises are going to be every episode will be spontaneously throughout the episode. They're not always going to be in the beginning, but
correct.
The focus of the thing is to chat a little bit in the beginning, like what we're going to be doing moving forward with the show is chat a little bit in the beginning, talk about some stuff that's going on. We might have a hot topic we want to talk about, or something coming up like the Level Up thing next weekend. But the focus of the show, which is why I started it, and I haven't kept on it, but the reason I wanted to start it was to focus on games and focus on the gameplay. So every episode we're going to play a game. Don't know what it's going to be. We'll probably not play big titles, well-known titles. We're going to try and focus on some smaller companies and some smaller games that aren't necessarily out there and known, to shine some light on some of the stuff that really should be out there. And this one, although it is a big company, it doesn't have an English release yet. It was a game that you muled over for me from Germany. I knew nothing of it. It was pretty as hell. It's from Cosmos. It's Kane Klenko design. We played it just this past weekend for the first time. It's all in German, so I don't know how this is going to go. I do have Google Translate, so we'll translate the cards that don't make sense, which will be most of them.
Right.
Right?
Yep, pretty much.
That's going to be the focus of the series going forward. There'll be a little bit of a preamble in the beginning of just us talking and shooting the shit, and then the main focus will be us playing through a game. So today's episode it should be fun. I played it last night again with Brett, who played with us at the
did
con.
you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did not do well.
Okay.
I did well. I think I lost. Who won? Oriole won.
Yeah.
At the con, and I lost by 3 points. And last night I lost by 6 points. So I was right up there. Totally different strategy. It definitely felt like a totally different game.
Really?
So, yeah.
Okay. Did you play 4 players that one as well?
We did.
All right.
Yeah, we did. We played 4 player. So I apparently 3 player, and I'm not going to predict this, and I haven't played a 3 player yet, but 3 player seems to be the sweet spot, because in 4 player, there's a little bit of an added thing with a couple extra like tiebreakers that get to place the last couple of bits. And we're playing a 2 player, but in 2 player, there's a dummy player that we can actually use to our benefit to screw the other person, it seems.
Yeah.
So there's a little bit of a nuance to the 2 player game with this third thing that we get to do. But yeah, this came out at Essen. It looks like it's slated to come out in English in June. I know a couple places have it on pre-order already. Here we go. Here he is. Oh, no, running away again. Do you want to say hi? Okay. So yeah, this is, I'm looking forward to this one. So this game is a pull a card and place one of our little blocks that you see over here on a matching icon location. It's very elegant in its execution. It's very simple to understand, minus the fact that everything's going to be in German.
It didn't really hinder us that much, though.
It didn't really. I mean, the Google Translate, it helped. Although every time, I noticed last night, every time I used the app to translate a card, it would give me a different translation. But it wasn't like an overarching different meaning. Just a couple of the words were like changed a little bit. It's like, okay, are you going to come hang out? What are you doing? Hi. You want to say hi? Say hi, wave hi. Say hi. No? Okay. All right. So what you're looking at is the bottom layer of what we'll be building. It's an ice temple. We're going to pull on our turn. We're going to pull one of these 4 cards that are in the market. And you'll notice, hopefully, if it's big enough for you, you'll notice there is an icon in the upper left of the cards. Those icons will directly reference one of the icons on one of these tiles in the middle. And what you do on your turn is you take a card and you're building up your tableau, which will have end game scoring based on the different suits. There's 6 different suits. And then you'll place one of your blocks. Like if I took this builder, let's not do the builder because that's farther away right now. Let's say I did this builder. I think it's builder. And this is architect. I would take that card, I'd add it to my tableau, and then where that icon is, I would put one of my blocks. That's it. 2 things can happen if you fill a row or column. If your block is the one that does fill the row or column, you'll move this little builder track up for every one that you do. If you notice this icon, if you can see it, it's the same icon as this yellow one. And what that will do is multiply how many cards you have times the number that's there. I said that wrong. You'll take the number that's there and multiply it by the number of cards. No, I guess that's the same thing. I said
same thing, basically. Yeah.
Right. So that's how that'll score. So that's what this track is when you complete a row or column. Every time you complete a 2x2, you'll end up scoring points based on who has majority in that 2x2. So if these 4 were full and say I was the active player and I placed and I have 2 and West has 1 and in this game the dummy player has 1, well, I'll score 5 points and West and the dummy player will score 1. If I place and fill it and somebody else has majority, they'll get 5 points and you'll get that times it. No, yeah. Yes, that's how it went in my head. So the scoring will make sense once we start getting into it. But basically, when you're placing stuff out there, you're putting yourself in a position to score majority when the 2x2 is completed. We'll start taking, which is off screen. There are more tiles over. Yep. Well, I think that's the bottom one. Yep. There are more tiles over here. So as those are full, more will come out, which will have more icons on it. And we're building up this temple to be a couple layers thick. 3, I think, with the top. And then end game will trigger when we're all out of tiles, or I'm not tiles, the ice cubes, and then we'll score. And the scoring, you would think I'd have it out, which I don't. Scoring, few things happen. Each of the 6 suits will score based on a certain amount of requirements. You also have the 6 suits. You'll get 10 points for every set of the 6 suits you have. And then there might be some of these elder cards that give you either immediate effects, one-time abilities, or endgame stuff, which will take this grid of how things kind of work. See if I can't get it without glare. Like this blue one down here scores a certain way based on how many you have. Some of these elder cards will actually enhance that and make that better for you. So it is easy. Marcus, thanks for joining.
Hey, if we have a question, he can read German because he is German. So.
Oh, this is true. Marcus can be our translator.
Yeah.
This is great. Well, you can tell us if we're doing something wrong, and if we are, I'm going to blame Google.
That's also true.
Yeah. So other than that, with the nuances of like what these cards are going to say and how all of this stuff actually scores, like the purple scores you get if you have majority, The blue, the dark blue, will score based on how many, like, set collection. These blue have two different things they do: the number of secondary icons that are on there, and then the number of sets you have of each one. There's a rhino that'll be the number of rhinos you have times the number of cards you have. These guys, the workers, will, like I said before, and then the elders have a certain icon on it that'll give you more points at the end based on how many you have in your tableau. So it's got a little bit of area control, area majority, not area control, area majority with a little bit of set collection and tableau building. But it's very simple in its execution. It really is. So for you, my friend,
I have a dog, and I have to keep throwing him the thing, otherwise he'll get fussy. So.
Oh, cool. That'd be fun.
So if you see me just randomly tossing stuff, I'm not magic. I don't just have a whole bunch of things here to throw. He's bringing them back.
You have a portal.
I do.
Oh, cool. All right. So this one here, if you get this one from an elder, you immediately move your builder token up 3 on your track.
Okay.
And then this one is an end game, and you get, I think this is 1 point for everything on the outer panels. In final scoring, you receive 1 for each of your ice blocks on the outer panels. So the iconography really makes sense if you think about it. This one's got the little dots on the ice temple there, and you get 1 point for every one of your ice blocks in those things, which is really the outer ring of all the layers.
Cool.
Make sense? Clear as mud?
Clear as mud.
Good.
Clear as the water in the James River.
Clear as the water in the sandbar of the James River. Clear as the water in your engine compartment on your 52-foot houseboat.
It was very clear, actually. It was weird.
Wasn't like mixing with the oil or anything?
No.
Jesus. All right. Do you want to go first?
Sure.
Okay. So one of the things we have the dummy player. So West is going to be the dark blue. I'm going to be the orange, which will be a theme. And then the white is going to be this other player. I don't remember what they called them.
Wasn't it like Centos?
Siku. So Siku is a dummy player, and on our turn, we're going to
call him a dummy. He's
as
not a dummy
player. Well, it could be dummy depending on how we use them, right?
I mean, it's true.
So on the turns don't change. We're still going to draft one of these cards and place one of our ice cubes. But instead of placing one of ours, we can place one of the other players. And the other player could actually take away like area majority in one of the 4x4s or stuff like that. So you can use them to your advantage. I don't know how that's going to work because this is the first time we're using this. So let's see what happens.
It'll be entertaining. And I like take that elements. So
right. God. Okay. So you go first. And if you need, hopefully you can see everything.
Yeah. Can you just tell me the bottom 2 blue peep workers are what type are they? I know it's rope, saw, and spike.
This is rope and this is spike.
Okay. Rope and spike. All right. I will take a spike, please.
Spike it is.
And then
I wish there
I
were
want
more room on the camera. I'll put your tableau up top just in case. All right. And then since you took that icon, you get to place on one of those icons on the table. Which one?
The bottom one next to the purple in the corner. That one. Yep.
You got it. And then that gets refreshed. All right. Let's do the yellow. So I take that icon and I'm going to place it next to you over here.
Rude.
Yeah. And then anyone.
Ooh, elder. Oh, fire. I'll take the fire.
Taking the fire?
What are the icons on it?
It is the blue, which you just got, and the fire.
Ooh, okay.
And then would you like the move your builder or architect thing on 3, or would you like the end game bonus of these being worth 1 point at the end?
These being worth 1 point at the end.
You got it.
And then I would like to go next to your ugly orange piece.
Hey, now, ugly. Just because pink isn't a color, purple isn't a color in here.
I mean, pink would be the best, but purple is, my favorite color. But pink is close.
All right, so that happened. So we get a new Elder card. So this one. Yep, that does not translate well. Immediately place this card in your personal space as a craftsman. So the blue are craftsman. During final scoring, you can determine the type of tool to use. So this one gets
free
to
blue
be
card.
Yeah, and then you get during final scoring, you get to pick whichever one you want as the icon. And
Because with blue, you have to score as a set, so you need the pick, the saw, and the rope.
Right, but you also get that on that side too. So that's the however many the same thing you have, you'll get points, and then this is sets.
Right.
So it scores two different ways. I am also taking an Elder. And since you're going for outer scoring, I'm going to try and take some points away from you.
Rude.
I'll go over there.
Siku, sick him.
Well, good luck. All right, so purple, or blue rope. And remember, the purple has that ability to flop with a open thing. Yeah, we talked about this yesterday.
Okay, so I would like the rope.
Okay.
And I'm going to build next to your orange block.
I mean, trendsetter, I guess, right?
I mean, I can't let you have all the bougie spots.
Who says it's bougie?
I don't know. Look, the taxes are really high over there. So
that's why we moved over there, because taxes were too high over here.
Oh, well, it must be close to moving out of the burbs, right? That's what we're supposed to do these days.
Yeah, I guess. Oh boy! All right, this is fun. This is fun. All right. I'm going to take a purple. The purple ability is to flop. So I'm going to flop this one with this one. And then I'm going to place there. And then we get a new card, which is a yellow. Hey, Matty P.
So I never did good with the yellow the last time we played. I don't think I got a single one. I think I got one by accident. So I should probably pay more attention to that. However, I don't really care. So I'm going to do the first malicious act here, and I'm going to go ahead and put down a. He's going to take the rhino. Siku is taking the rhino.
Okay. What happened, buddy? So these go. Here you go. So they go into their separate discard pile. They don't count as he doesn't get any points. The other person doesn't get any points, but he will block for majority. Could become a majority. Could become second majority. So it does kind of start causing chaos.
Yep, and he's going to go into the to the center there, kind of diagonal from your orange one. Yep, that one.
Yep.
Because I have a feeling at some point we're going to just be playing Siku blocks because we're going to run out of our own.
Yep, it's possible. Ooh. All right. I'll take a yellow. Oh, and so every time you take a yellow, this moves up. I didn't do that last time. So I'm going to take a second yellow. That's going to go up. And then I'm going to take one and put it here. There you go.
Come on, rhino or purple. Oh, there's already purple out there, so it's fine.
Rhino.
Hey, I'll take that rhino, please.
For you?
Yeah, buddy.
Okay.
And I'm going to put it right amongst the oranges and blue that's up there and build the first step.
Over here?
Yep.
All right. So there's that. So first things first, we look at majority. It's tied, but you're the active player, so you break ties. Yep. So that's going to move you up 5. And second place is, if there's a clear second place, it's 2 points. If there's a tie, it's between two players. It would be 1 point each. And then if all 4 are different colors, the other 3 players get no points, and the main gets 5. So in this situation, Wes is going to get 5 because he would break the tie, and I would get 2. So this is easy.
I like you only getting 2 points. That feels good.
It won't last long. Don't worry. And then, since the 2x2 is done, this goes down. I don't know if that'll translate to. Maybe it will.
Yeah, it looks fine.
All right, so then we get a new thing. Interesting. Okay. I'm gonna purple it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to swap. Let's do this corner with this blue.
Yep.
And then I'm going to place in that purple. So that completes a column or row, depending on how you're looking at it, which moves this up 1 for me. That completes that 2x2. So I get 5 points and you get 2.
It's true. I like me getting 2 points.
I'm sure you do. And then that goes there. Oh. And this gets a new card, and it's your turn.
Are we getting all the purples out right now?
Right away, right?
I feel like that's a little early.
Hey, Kabuki, thanks for hanging out. Good to see you. Enjoy dinner.
Okay. Which way am I going here? I need to snipe points from you.
I mean, you don't.
I feel I do, actually. So here's a good snipe. I'm going to take that purple.
Okay.
Because I'm not sure what that darkness is right there. That's right next to the blue one that we built previously, right next to Siku. I'm going to take that front, no, the other one on the far side of that. Yep.
You're doing it?
Yeah.
Okay.
That way I have majority, you tie with Siku. So I think at 3 players, if there's a tie, you get no points.
No. That's not how the rules state. No.
Okay.
Siku gets no points. Like,
True.
Siku is just there to mess stuff up. But what that does do is give you 5 and only give me 1.
That works.
Yeah,
it's even better.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I get 1. We get a new tile. There you go. All right. Oh, no, you need that one. You don't need that one. You kind of need that one. Well, that's interesting. Could do let's do that. I'm going to do yellow. That moves me up here. And I'm going to place here. That completes that square. So that gets me 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that gets each of you 1. And then that happens.
Okay.
Ooh, fire.
Hey, well, there's no question there. Taking that.
Okay.
And what are the 2 cards up there now? I know I've got one that's up your builder by 3.
Correct. And then this is immediately add this as a blue, and in end game you get to pick what it is.
I will take that one.
Okay.
And then I'll go with the fire in the middle of the taller column.
Okay. And then a new card. Ooh.
And what were the symbols on the fire card that I just picked up?
Purple and rhino.
Okay.
All right, let's do this. I'll place here. So that locks in 5 points for me and none for you.
Boo.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Why did I get none?
Because you're not in there.
I'm not in that circle at all?
No, orange, white.
Oh.
I know.
Darn Siku. What a
Brutal.
jerk.
Brutal.
I hurt myself.
And then that. Hey, Dina. What?
Okay.
How is it selfish? He put Siku's thing right there to break it all up, so it bit him in the ass, not me.
I feel hurt by this whole equation. Honestly, I really feel taken advantage of.
You got bit in the ass.
I did. I'm very upset about it. Okay, so I could take the Rhino and I could finish off that one, but that would equal us out and that would steal lots of points from you, and I feel good about that, so that's what I'm going to do.
So for you or for Siku?
For me. Only one Rhino, right, on that card?
It is one Rhino, yeah.
Okay.
And you'll say in this corner over here?
Yep.
Okay. So that moves your builder up 1 because you completed that row.
Yep.
That gives you 5 points and gives me 2.
I'm okay with me getting 5 and you only getting 2 in that regard.
I'm still ahead of you.
For now.
For now. Dark blue, huh? All right. Let's do this. I'm actually going to... do I do that now?
Yeah, you should. That takes points away from me putting him on the edge like that.
No, I don't want to do that. I'm thinking... I think I'm going to do it. I'm going to do that, and I'm going to do here. So that completes that. That gives me 5 and gives you 1.
1, yeah. 2, nice play.
1 goes here. And new card. That is the spear or the saw or whatever it is. The third one.
Okay. This is good. All right. Oh, but I can't take the card, can I?
Not if you use Siku.
Dang it. I want the card. All right, it's fine. I'm going to take the card. I'm going to take the saw. And then I'm going in the corner.
Nobody puts West in the corner. This corner here?
That's right.
Okay.
And that completes a row, so I go up 1.
Go up 1, yeah.
And then that's all she wrote.
That's it. So you're sitting at you're in between 1 and 2 points right now for your yellow, which you don't have. So
right.
All right. I'm going to. This is interesting. This is good. This is good. Let's do blue.
Okay.
And let's do here. That completes that row, which moves this up. That gives you 5 points, but gives me 2 because I'm the active player.
Mm-hmm.
I get 2, you get 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we completed a 2x2, so that goes there. And you get a new card.
All these blue.
Oh, that's weird.
All right. All right, I'm going to take a purple, and we're giving it to Siku.
Purple Siku.
And he's going to swap out a purple and a flame in the middle there.
Like on the edge?
Yep.
Do you care?
Yeah, the one that it's touching.
This one?
Yeah, that one. Mm-hmm. And then he's going to do that one there, that purple, so flip it over. And then he's stealing points from you.
Yes, but he's giving you no points.
That's okay. He's keeping you from getting 5. You're only getting 2.
I'm okay with that. Me getting 2 points and you getting no points is fantastic.
We'll see how it plays out in the end.
We'll see. Rhino. Well, that's interesting. Yeah, let's do it. I'm going to put a Siku on a Rhino.
Okay. I like the Siku aspect. It's very interesting.
Really, really different.
Yeah, it's very, very different. Okay, I would like. There's a saw in that worker group, right?
This
Yeah,
is a saw. Yep.
I'll take the saw,
Okay.
and then I would like to go next to Siku up at the top corner because that's a really good area of town. Siku knows his stuff. You know, he's from this area. Yeah,
Here.
yeah. So
Okay.
he knows where the best places are.
Okay. All right. All right. All right. Double rhino. Ugh. Well, can't let you get that. So I'll
You
take.
could.
No, 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 no. I am going to place the rhino. I'm going to place it here.
Man.
Yeah, which is going to complete that row and move
Yep.
me up there. And there you go. So that is a pick, axe, pick, spike, whatever, and that's still a rope.
So here's another problem. You've got all those things in the middle, so I can stop you from getting 10 points and only give you 4.
Okay.
So that's what I'm going to do.
Okay.
But I'm going to give him the rope. So giving Siku the rope, and I'm going to put one right in the middle there. Yep.
Okay.
And now what happens if Siku completes a row?
Nothing. There's no tracks for Siku.
That's fine.
He's not getting any
also
at the end.
That also keeps you from moving your track up, so I'm okay with that.
This is true. So this would be 5 points for them, 2 points for me, and 5 points for them, 2 points for me. So I get 4.
Yep.
Okay. And then we get a new tile here.
Mm-hmm.
And we get a new tile here. Interesting. Okay. So that flips. Wow. So dark blue, dark blue, dark blue.
Or you could take dark blue.
Well, I'm definitely taking dark blue.
Okay, good.
I'm definitely placing me. I'm placing it here. That's going to complete that row. So that moves up to 5. This one is me majority. So that gets me 5. And this one is me majority. And you get 1.
I'm okay with 1. At least I got something.
I'm okay with 10.
Yep. That's less good for me.
Yep. And then that goes there. So that one's a double. And that one's a double. So we're into the third layer. These have a 3 on it. They go 1 through 4. The doubles just mean that you can place either one of those on there. And we will see double cards come out. The double cards you will place immediately as a top or a bottom card, and you put it into your display. So when they come up, we'll see. And that's a yellow.
Okay. So nothing that I need to fill any spots that are important. Good.
Yes.
I will take the builder lady from you, and I will put it in the corner.
Are you doing it, or is Siku doing it?
Oh, that's definitely me. Yeah.
You. Wow.
On an exterior corner.
Okay. This one?
Yep.
Okay. Interesting. Oh, triple.
Oh, are you kidding me?
Oh, yeah. Yep.
That's so wrong.
Yeah, I like it. I'm going to do it here. I'm happy with that one.
Yeah, I would be too.
Dark
Come
blue.
on.
Oh, there should be a new flame out here. It hasn't come up, but.
Yeah.
So this one is Blessing of Foresight. Place one of your ice blocks on any construction card in the display, reserving it for yourself. If possible, you must take it on your next turn. So you place one of your things out there, and then the next time you can take the action to do the thing you must. So like right now, there's no rhino or fire. So you'd be able to block that off. Yesterday, we just turned it upside down. The next time one of those icons came out, you must do it.
Got it. Okay.
But at the end of the game, you get to use the card, but you'll also get 2 points for every one of these cards that you didn't use in that situation. Right. So you could just take that, and it would be 2 points.
Okay, so I'm going to take. I'm going to take the worker, and is that a saw?
It is a pick.
A pick, perfect. I'm going to take that, and I'm going to go in the corner next to you.
So all the way up here?
No, the corner next to you at the bottom. That one. Yep.
You sure about that?
Yep. Definitely that one.
Fine. Ooh, that's a saw. I'm going to do... Oh, I just took that card. I shouldn't take that card. I'm going to do Siku over there. Okay.
Can you replace the other one?
Nope.
Okay.
Purple.
Purple. Excellent. Okay. All right. What's the right move here, West? The right move
That's your turn.
is right move is not giving you points.
I mean, that's just a difference of opinion there. I think the right move is to give me points.
That is a lot of points if I play on the bottom row, so I can't do that. So we're going to take a purple and we're going to swap it out. Or
Are you taking it or Siku?
I'm taking it.
Okay.
We're going to swap it out for the yellow on the upper row.
This one?
Yeah.
And you're going to take the bottom one?
No. Oh, yeah.
Yes?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. And then you're going to place there, I assume?
Correct.
Did I take your block? No. Okay. All right. All right. Yellow is good. You know what else is good? Dark blue.
Builder. Yeah.
So that completes that row, which gets me a bump. That completes this thing, which gets me 5, and you won.
I know I will win eventually, just not right yet.
You might. You might.
Probably not, but that's okay.
We'll see.
It's
We have
all
a
about
lot of
having
end-game
fun.
scoring that has to happen. So.
Yep.
Purple.
Come on. I'm going to take the yellow and I'm going on top.
You're going yellow?
Yep.
All righty. Strong move. That means you move up a bump. How'd you move up? You've only completed one row? No way.
Yeah, you keep stealing them from me.
So you got 2 bumps for your workers, and you've only completed one row?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay.
Oh,
Oh,
come on.
hello, Elder. Yes, please. Hey, buddy. So Elder's going to go here. That's going to complete that row, which bumps. That's going to complete that 2x2, which gives me 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gives you 1. I get a new tile for this. And then I'm going to take the immediately bump up my my whatever by 3. So 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. Good
And
plan.
then we get a new Elder comes out. We had this one yesterday. You can swap 2 tiles that are unoccupied. Blessing of Movement. Swap any 2 free floor tiles with each other before placing your ice block.
So it's a free purple action.
The thing is, yep. The iconography really makes sense if you, like, once you know the game. Like, that's just swapping 2 tiles. It's an immediate thing, the 1x, but it is also 2 points at the end if you don't use it. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, but you already used the good one.
That's a matter of opinion.
Is it Rhino and Red on there?
That is Rhino and Red. Yes, Rhino
All right,
and
yeah. I will take Rhino and Red.
For you?
Yep.
Okay.
And put me on that fire over there in the corner. No, on the other side. Yeah.
Over here? You're just setting me up to complete these rows.
I know. It's okay. I'm going to take the card that says swap any 2 tiles, assuming you said that was an instant, so I could do it at any time I want.
Anytime you want, it's a 1x.
Okay.
Before you use them on your turn, and it's before placing your block.
So not anytime you want. It's
No.
only okay.
They're used
only on
used
your
on your
turn.
turn. Yep, they're used on your turn.
What does the other one do?
This is a blue, and you get to pick what that is at the end.
Oh, so it's the same card?
No, I had it over to the side. It was this one that gives you a blue, and then you get to pick what it is afterwards.
I have that one. Yeah. What's the other one that's up top?
This one?
Yeah.
This one is the reserve thing. You get to reserve a tile.
Oh. Yeah, I'll keep the one that I have. That's fine. It's not as fun if I can't mess it with you while I do it, but
no, use it on your turn and then place your block. Don't be too much of a. All right. That's a rope. That's a good one. That's a good one. Oh man, that purple is nice though. But the blue is better. So blue, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not. Let's do, what do you need? The rope would be good for you. So let's take Siku and the rope, put that here, which will stop you from getting a column and stop you from getting an outside point.
That's
and
good.
save my, oh, nope, that's the wrong thing. This should have been here. This is just a straight up 6 points.
Okay.
I didn't refill that. Oh, and here's your double card. So as soon as you take one of those, you choose to either use it as the light blue or use it as the dark blue and put it into your tableau. What's happening? What happened? Oh, here, give me. I got it. There you go.
All right, I'm gonna take the purple.
Just so you know, you have 3. Sorry, you have 4 ice blocks left.
Okay, I'm gonna take the purple, and I'm gonna swap out a purple that's in the middle with the yellow.
You're taking the purple?
Yeah.
Okay, and the yellow down here?
Correct.
And which purple?
The one that's in dead center.
This one?
Yep.
All right, that goes there. This goes here. That completes 2 for you, this row and this column. So you move up 2. That completes this 2 by 2. Gives me 5 points and you 1.
Don't I get 2 because I'm the active player?
You are the active player. You get 2. Good job. Well done. Well done. And then it completes this, which you are majority. So 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we each get 1. And we get a new tile. And we get a new card. Ick. All right. So that's interesting. Let's do the doesn't matter. Let's do this as a light blue, and I'll place it right here. Yep. Nice.
Are any of those a rope?
The one that just came out is, yeah.
Okay, I'll take that.
Okay.
And it's going up as a rope, and then I'll go up there. Yep.
So that completes that, which moves this up 1. This comes over. Ooh. Is there a thing? There sure is. Give me that. I'll place that here. To you.
Man, what is it with all the same things? And there's nothing, there's only one place I can go. I'm forced to take that one.
Correct.
That's That
If there
sucks.
wasn't, those would get shuffled into the remainder of whatever level we're on, and 4 more would come out until there was an action possible.
All right. I guess give me one of those dark blue ones.
You want to take the double?
No, I do not.
Okay. And do you want it to be you, or do you want it to be Siku?
I want it to be me because it's an outside corner.
You only have 2 blocks left.
That's fine.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That does complete a full set of the suits for you, though.
Yep.
All right. So this is going here. All right. Well, let's see what comes up for me.
How many blocks do you have left?
I have 3.
Okay.
Purple.
Of course you do.
That's giving you 5. That's 10 points right there. Wow. Wow. That's massive. Also, I'd be giving you a ton of options next turn. But you have 1 block left, so.
True.
Then you're just using Siku to block to ice block me.
Yes.
All right. So why don't we do purple to Siku? I will not flip. I'll do that. That completes this. Gets us each 1 point. And a tile. And that completes this. Oh my lord. That completes this, which gets me 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And gets Siku place, so you get none.
I still get 1. That's the
No,
way you've been playing it.
No, he's the active player, so he breaks ties.
Ah, okay.
The active player breaks ties. So if there's a tie, they would get 2.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a good one, Marcus.
To freeze you out, that is pretty good.
I think that was everything. Ooh, that's 1 rhino and 1 elder. It's 6 points, but it's your last block.
Yeah, but it's an outside edge.
Which is 1 point. It would be a 7-point turn. You would also complete 2 things, which would move that up 2, which would cross 5 points per yellow.
I have 2 yellows, so
Yep.
10 points.
It's not a bad move.
And I'll take the fire.
Okay. That has a purple, the builder, the purple builder, and the elder on it.
Hold on, before I do that, is there, for each set of colors, there's a certain point, right?
You get 10 points for every set of the 6 suits. Right now you're missing another dark blue to get yourself a second, but there's no place to place a dark blue yet.
Yeah, I'm still taking it. So it's a purple and a, what is it? Purple and what?
It's the purple and the elder, the fire.
And the fire, okay.
You're going here?
Yeah.
Okay. That completes 2 columns. So this moves up 2, 1, 2. You're halfway between 5, and you're in between 5 and 6. It completes this, which gets you 5 and me 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and me 2. 1, 2, and a new tile. And it completes this, which gets me 5 and you 2. And a new tile. All right. Oh, and you get a card. Do you want the 6-point one, I assume?
Yeah, definitely.
Makes sense. New one. This is an upgraded purple scoring. So purple, the way purple works is if you have majority, which you currently have, majority gets 20 points. And then ties, each player would get 12. And then everybody else only gets 2 points per thing. This one will increase that to 25 points if you have the most, 15 if you end up tied, and 3 points for everything if you're not in the lead. That's not bad. Yellow would be cool. But a purple would. Purple's a good amount of points. that purple's really good. Yeah. Fuck.
But those yellows, that's so many points at the end of the game.
That's an 8-point card for me right now, just the yellow.
Mm-hmm.
But that purple gets me 5 points there, 5 points there, 5 points. It's a 15-point purple. Plus, I'd cross 2 more rows, or 2 more. I'd complete 2 more rows.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the thing.
I know it was the thing. I was just hoping I could convince you that the yellow was better.
Nope.
It
This
was
is the
definitely
third
the
time
right
I played this game now. I know what I'm doing.
move. Dang it.
Right.
Should have been
That
earlier.
completes 2 for me. 1, 2. We'll do this one first. You get 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I get 2. 1, 2. And that gets a new tile. We'll do this one. That gets me 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And get you 2. 1, 2. And a new tile.
Oof, that's gonna be a bunch of points for you. Holy cow.
This gets 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And Siku gets points, which doesn't happen. And a new tile. And then this also, that's not sitting properly. It's weird. This one gets me 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And gets you 1. See how that worked? Like it would be 2 points, but since I was the active, you guys were already there. That's how you got the 1. All right. That does that. And then 2 rhinos. Which doesn't matter because now you're placing Siku.
Yep. So let's see here. Can you let me know what cards you currently need?
No.
But see, I can't see your cards. You can see mine.
But that's such a way to like need for what though?
No, I'm taking your rhino.
Well, I have 2 rhinos.
I know.
The only what I'm really missing is a light blue to get me 2 full sets of stuff.
Mm-hmm. Which light blue are you missing?
What?
Which light blue are you missing?
I only have a pick.
Oh, gotcha. So you're missing 2 of them.
But all I need is not even for not even for the scoring. If I get another light blue, I have 2 full sets of suits, which would be 20 points.
Right. I can't stop that from happening though, because there's 2 out there, but I can stop you from getting extra rhino cards. So I'm going to do that.
You can.
So taking that, Seiko's going to take the rhino.
Okay.
And then he's going to go in the front space there. Yep.
The only rhino space available.
Oh, I wasn't sure that some of those purples from up here look like they're darker.
Purple's good. Purple's good. I got to do purple. All right. I'll place in the center. That goes here. Wow. Okay. There's a full set out here. There's the pick, the rope, and the saw, and 3 dark blue.
Yep. So he's gonna take one of the combo cards.
Okay.
And he's gonna go to the other side of you and complete the row.
Do you want the rope or the pick to be gone?
I don't care. Make it the rope.
Oh, that's good because then I can get 2 picks. Maybe. And then he completes the row, which does nothing. That goes out. Yellow. Oh man.
Do you only have one block left?
I have 1 block left.
Yeah, going in the center was smart. That was stupid of me.
10 points for a light blue is pretty good. And that gets me 2 pickaxes, which would get me another 3 points. That's a 13-point card. But a yellow gets me 9. I need 1. Oh, the yellow would actually make them 10 points each. That would get me the last bump I need on the architect track. That ends up being +5. No, actually, the light blue is the way to go. That's 10. Well, 13. All right, I'll do that. I'll place my last one on the blue. I'll do the blue. That completes that row, which bumps this to 10. This comes out. It's your turn. Now we're just placing 8 more Siku tiles. This is where it could be a little weird, where we're just...
Yeah.
Does it really matter?
I mean, technically, kind of. We'll see how it goes. I'm going to take the light blue and put Siku up to the top.
It really doesn't, because Siku will always be the active player for any scoring moving forward, no matter where they go.
Right.
So it really doesn't matter where they place. Neither of us are benefiting from placing the dummy player.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to score out the top, right?
Yeah. So I guess it really, I don't think there's I think it's just fill up let's see. I think it's just fill up the ice temple and we're done, but
yeah,
we'll see.
I think so too. He's going to go where the blue goes.
The dark blue?
Light blue. Light blue.
Okay.
He'll complete that square and give you your 10 points. Oh, he's only going to give you 2 points.
Yeah, that's 5 for him. I only get 2. And a tile. And a new card. It doesn't really matter. So let's do that. Place it here. That would get them 5 and us each 1. And a tile. And then it would technically be your turn to pull.
I'll take the other yellow and go up in the corner.
Here or here?
Up at the other one, not that one.
Not this one?
Yeah, in the corner over there. Yeah.
They're both corners.
How about the back corner?
Back corner. So that completes doesn't matter. That completes 5 for them and 2 for me. And a tile.
Yeah, you being in the middle there was really smart.
I thought so.
Yep.
Why don't we do? It really doesn't. I don't see this mattering right now.
Yeah.
That's just going to go there. That's the thing.
Go ahead and take the dark blue and put it up in the top.
Okay, there's nothing to fill, so I can either do. Oh, there's no purple.
Yeah, that's weird. Do we have enough blocks to complete the pyramid? I don't think you do.
Yeah, there's enough.
Yeah.
Well, one's going to go here at some point. One's going to go here at some point. That's going to go here. And that's going to go there. So, yeah, there's enough.
Okay.
But there's no purple, which is weird. Did we fuck up somewhere?
I don't think so. Are you missing a card?
No. We played last night. We were fine. The only thing that would throw that off are those doubles. Using the double purple, but that doesn't make sense. Well,
it doesn't change the... It does actually steal 2 points from you.
Well, either way, the Siku is going to place here, so it doesn't matter what the cards are.
Yeah, but if he can't, because there's no card to place there.
But we have to finish the game. There's no reshuffle available if there's no card, so we had to fuck up somewhere.
Yeah. I don't think we did, but it's possible. I guess. It's on video, so we could go back and look at it later.
I also wonder if there's at the end, once each of our tiles are out, you just fill the ice, because this seems tedious. There's no reason.
I agree. Yeah.
All right. So let's just say that happened. The score there, that would be 5 for Siku, 2 for me, 1, 2, and then we get the new tile.
There'd be no points for the rest of it. So
yeah, no points at all. So that goes there, and then that goes there. All right,
you're gonna win by more than a few points this time.
It's possible. It's definitely possible. I wonder if I can get. I'm gonna try and mess something up. I'm definitely gonna mess something up. There you go. That give you a little bit of a. Not really.
it's a really like table presence on this game when you're playing it in person is awesome.
Yeah, it's
Very,
beautiful.
very cool. And those big chunky pieces are really nice too. So I liked it a lot.
All right, so that's the Temple of Ice that we built. I'm gonna bring in. Well, these go away. We don't need these. This is Siku's pile. We don't need that. This is gonna be your. This is on camera, yeah. Okay, this is
Yeah.
your tableau, which you probably have written down anyway.
I did. For those of you at home, I was taking notes.
These are your blue 2 rope, 2 pick, and 2 saw with whatever one you want that to be. These are your elders, and these are your point scorings. All right, so you have one of each. Well, we'll go from the top to the bottom.
Yeah.
What does that say? Persons to receive additional train. What? That does not translate well. See final card. Most ice blocks on the outer. Oh, right. We got to do the most ice blocks on the outer, which is definitely going to be you.
Yeah.
1, 2.
But we have to count the
3,
exact
4,
number because I have a card that gives me points.
You have 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. You have 17. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right. So that gets you 7 points for having the majority on the outside.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that does that. And then purple. Whoever has the majority in purple, I have 4, you have 3.
Yep.
So that scores me 20. 96.
Ouch. That's
106,
brutal.
116. I get my little 1. And then you get 2 per. So that gets you 6. 2, 4, 6. Purple's done. Blue. You have 1 that gets you 3 points. 1, 2, 3. I have 4 that gets me 18 points. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Blue is done. Your light blue, or what looks like green in this one. How do you have 2 of each? So 2, 4, 6. Not 2, 4, 6. 2, 2, and 2. You can pick this for any other one.
It doesn't matter. Just make it one of them. I don't care.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. So let's say it's ropes.
Mm-hmm.
The ropes will get you 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then each of your other 2 will get you 3 each. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then you have 2 sets, which will get you 20 points. So that gets you to 101. So congratulations, you get a 100 tile.
Woohoo!
All right, rhinos. You have 3 icons times the number of cards. So 3
Did you
icons.
score your own light blues, Mike? I don't know if you did.
I didn't. Good job. Because I hardly have any. So I have 2 pickaxes, which will get me 3 points.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Okay.
I would hate to beat you by 3 points and then there'd be an asterisk in the game.
That would suck. Yes, I agree. Your rhinos go number of icons you have times the number of cards. So you have 3 icons times 2 cards. That gets you 6. That moves you to 107. I have 5 icons times 2. So that gets me 10. 37, 47. Rhinos are done. Your yellow workers will be times wherever your whatever your track is up to. So you have 2 workers, and the most you got was up to 5. So that gets you 10. Next time I'm not going to do this stretchy thing. I'm going to figure out a better way to do this. My yellow workers, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm up to 10. So that's 40 points. That's massive.
This is brutal.
Remember you said the yellow, I didn't take it seriously?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yellow is just, it's so hard to get too.
They are. And now the elders, for every one of these points you have up here, you add that to the number, or it's at 1 point for every card you have of that thing.
Mm-hmm.
So this elder has the light blue. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 for light blue. And that's all you have on light blue. So 7 gets you to 24. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, I did that math right. This is an elder. This is an elder. This is an elder. So it's 3 points per elder times 1, 2, 3, 4. So that gets you 12. 1, 2, 10. This is a purple, and this is a purple. So it's 2 times 3, which gets you 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's a rhino, and that's a rhino. So it's 2 times 2 will get you 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we did the rest. So that's your elders. My elders have blue, dark blue. So 1, 2, 3, 4 dark blue. Where am I? 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 1 rhino, and I have 2. So that gets me another 2. And then I have 2 yellow, and I have 4 yellow cards. So that gets me 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I get to flip my thing over to 200. We just talked last night, like, how the hell do you get 200?
Apparently on 2-player.
All right, so that was the elders, and then you get 10 points per set of suits. There's 6 suits in the game. You get 10 points for each set. I have 2 sets, so that'll get me.
I have 1 set.
Gets me to 21. You have 1 set, and that gets you to 56. That's the sets.
That's and then we have elder cards.
And then the elder cards. So you get +6 for this. You didn't use this, so that's 2.
Yep.
And this is going to take a minute. So this gets you 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That was 6 points. 6 points. Team Spidey. 6 points for that and 2 points for an unused. So good job on there.
Yep.
And then this is going to get you 1 point for every one you have in the outer block, which we said was what?
17.
17.
I wrote it down. You said 17. Yeah.
So 64, 74 is 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 81. Hi, buddy. You're going to fall. Why don't I move you a little closer so you can say hi and not fall on your face on camera? Say hi.
Hi.
And then I have none because mine was an immediate 3-point, three thing bump. So I think that's everything.
I think that is everything. I think you spanked me too.
So 221 to 181.
Hey, 181 is way better than I did the first time. So I feel very confident about that.
You were 130s, I think, at the end.
Yeah.
Stop, buddy. Don't touch, please. Yeah.
I like the Siku thing. I think it's very interesting. I think I'm also bad at decisions, but I also really like this game. I think it's a lot of fun. And I don't remember, it wasn't that expensive either. So I think it was a really good time. And it will definitely be coming into my collection when it comes out in English. For sure.
Yeah, I think it's according to the pre-orders, it's showing June. It should be out in June. Buddy, please don't touch the computer. That's how we leave. We leave the show if you hit that button. Which Chris would really adore if that were to happen.
It would be really funny.
Yeah. This is it's one. So I was looking up to see like when English is going to be available, just to make sure. And Google Translate's really helped. It's really not that. It's pretty language independent. Yeah. The iconography really works really well. So.
Yep.
But I looked up and I saw some pre-order pictures of like it releasing and pre-order now, and it's due out June of this year. They don't have orange. They have pink. It looks pink. It does not look orange in that picture. So I wonder if this is like the little glitter that are in these things. If you look, there's a little bit of like I don't know if I can even catch it in the light, but there's a little bit of a shimmer. There you go.
There it is. Yeah.
In these pieces, and I wonder if that's going to be like this edition, and then they're going to have a different components, not components, but different color, I guess, for the components. But
that's cool.
I love that it's the orange and blue because of Syracuse and QSCon and all that stuff. So really, I'm glad this one happened.
Yeah. No, that's cool. I remember at Essen, they had Essen's so weird. It's a totally different type of convention, but they had this huge area for everybody to play this game. And they had it like massively wide open, and there were tables everywhere, and everyone was playing just this one game because it was their big release for the convention. Cool. And there were all kinds of people playing it, and it was super cool when I was walking by looking at it. So when you told me to get it, I was like, oh, I know exactly where that is because I saw it already. So that was really cool. I think it was a great game. I'm glad I was able to bring it back.
Yeah, I'm glad you were too. This is the third time I played it since we played it Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the third time I played it last night at QSCon Thursday. We played it Saturday at the other convention, and then we just I feel like this counts, right? Even with the 2-player variant.
Yeah. I think experiencing games at different player counts is also vitally important when you're trying to elevate or evaluate a game to decide, okay, I can play this game at this. Does it play well at that? Is it still fun? Is it still interesting? And I think the Siku element is very interesting. It's a different way to play. You still get to complete the thing. I think at the end it kind of petered out because we ran out of blocks. But maybe there's a strategy there, having now played it once, where we let Siku score some points early on so that we do a little bit different stuff at the end. I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know either. I'm going to look. Marcus did bring up Nidavellir, and it's funny. You mentioned earlier, Marcus, the Seven Wonder science symbols with the blue, and we talked about that when we were playing last night. Ron brought it up. And then Ron also brought up Nidavellir. Like it had an interesting Nidavellir. Like it reminded him of it without the bidding. And we started talking about like, how could you introduce bidding in this and how that would work? But those two games were brought up last night when we were playing this as well.
Yeah. It's a really neat game. It's very cool.
Something happened. I don't know what, but something happened there. Unless there's something where it doesn't matter. But it does say if like in the market, if you have an action, you take that action. If there are no actions, you reshuffle. But at the end there were no, we wouldn't be able to reshuffle. So that seems weird. But I wonder if this little Siku element has an ending. Do the thing.
Like if all blocks are taken.
Siku's cards don't score any points. He also has no markers on the score track or the builder track. But Siku's ice blocks in the temple are taken into account when scoring completed squares. Siku's worker cards and his ice blocks on the temple's outer panels are also taken into account in the final scoring when determining majority, which wouldn't have mattered because you had 17, so I think you're good.
Right.
Yeah, I wonder what I again, it's gonna rather than bore everybody, trying to figure out what happens at the end if there's no cards or no actions to take. The 4-player is interesting because I don't think I've played a game that has a 4-player variant. Like if you're playing with 4 players, you need to do this, and it's because of the way that the tiles are. But you remove 4 of your blocks. So we played with all of our blocks this game. In a 4-player, each player removes 4 of their blocks from the game. And then everybody places 1 more block off to the side with this deck of cards. And this deck of cards, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, there's 6. And there's a tiebreaker. So what happens is each one of these cards has a top. And in this one, this is so hard to do. It's whoever has the most in the corners of each level. That would be the tiebreaker. That would be the most tiebreaker. Whoever does that gets to place their extra block. And then whoever has the second most would get to place their extra block. So it's really interesting because it seems like that second tiebreak, placing that last one gives you 2 complete rows, could give you 5 points. Seems a little like powerful depending on if you're first player or last player in the game overall, but it works really well. Like we played it at 4, played it yesterday at 4. It works.
Yeah, I definitely liked it. I was surprised at how much fun it was. It was definitely it was a good game. I really enjoyed it.
Don't do that. Well, just fucked it up.
It's all good.
We'll do that.
Yeah.
So yeah, Nunatak.
Mm-hmm.
Nunatak. However you bring it up. I could bring it definitely.
Yeah.
I'll bring it.
Yeah, it'd be fun.
So that's that. Again, it's due. It looks like it's due in English in June. I'm sure many sites have it up for pre-order.
I bet they're going to have it at UK Games Expo then.
Oh, maybe.
Because that would be, it'd be end of May, beginning of June. So.
Yeah, maybe they'll have it there.
That'd be cool. I'll buy it from them.
I think it's worth it. I don't know what the price will be, but components are great. The tiles are thick. The cards are good quality. They're not flimsy. They don't have linen finish, but they're not flimsy. Setup's easy. The teach is really easy. The iconography really works. So if you like that kind of set collection, tableau building aspect of it, like what was mentioned, the Seven Wonders has it, and the Nidavellir has it. It's a really, really good one. Hey, Bob. Oh, there you go.
Nice.
Are you going to UK?
Yeah.
Now,
keep in mind, I'm bringing 2 suitcases so that way I can bring stuff back, because I bought He-Man at Essen, and then I immediately came back and I sold it right away. And I sold it for double what I bought it for, because it doesn't have a US distribution. So I will probably be doing that again. But the problem is it takes an entire suitcase worth of stuff.
Yep.
Very frustrating. But it does give me extra money, so that's not a bad thing.
So you just got to do 3 suitcases.
Yeah. But then you got to pay for the cost of getting the suitcase back, which is like an extra $50. So,
right, but then you take that off what you're making. I guess you're still making money.
Yeah, we'll see. For sure.
It's nice to mule that back, because that one does look really good. I have the Simon one, which I haven't touched yet. I like the minis of it, but the UK one, the foreign one that's not allowed here, looks really good.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
They had a really interesting setup with it, so I was interested to see it. And
Cool.
They still have all the stuff, like you can literally buy everything. So it wasn't that expensive, but again, it takes an entire suitcase.
Absolutely.
I do want to say next week, we probably have to start at 9, because I have to lead a let's play a fan-made one-shot at LevelUp.
Yeah.
Assuming nobody else can do it. So.
Yeah, I don't know about we really didn't sit on the 6 o'clock being the time we go. We just know that Friday, because if we're at conventions, right, like when we're at Gen Con, the hall closes at 6.
Right.
So as exhibitors, we're allowed in the exhibit hall an hour after it closes. So if we wanted to do something quick, we theoretically could meet at one of our booths and play a game, whether it's one of ours or something we found in the show, or just bullshit for an hour. We do have that hour block there. But if we do go out, then are we going to a hotel? We got to set up. How are we going to stream it? So I don't know. Like 6 o'clock is an interesting time, especially if we're at a convention, because usually the halls are closing at 6 o'clock.
Right.
So I don't know if 6 works. I do like the idea of it being like an hour at a convention, so it's not eating up too much of the time. We go to dinner. So maybe 6, but I think the time will vary. I think the day makes sense because we'll be at conventions together, being able to play stuff in person with other people too. Like we'll rope people. But yeah, it's gonna be fun. I look forward to it.
Yeah, me too. I'm really excited about it, man. That'll be a lot of fun.
And I can't wait to hear about your how West almost died.
I have a lot of how West almost died stories for the record. So that's the bushel and a, what is it? The bushel and a pick? I don't know, something like that. I have a lot of them. I led a very dumb childhood, so yeah, a lot of them. But that's part of the fun.
Sure. Cool.
So yeah. Well, I really appreciate you, man. Thanks a lot. It was just a lot of fun. I had a really good time. And thank you guys for watching. It's really exciting and fun to have an audience when we play in a silly game and having a good time.
I hope it'll build. I look forward to just playing games in general, whether it's digitally, which is frustrating at times, or if I can pop it up on the table, or if you pop it up on the table. I look forward to playing games. I think you're meeting up with Tim and Mike at some point.
Tonight,
they're giving you that game. It's not Kaleem. It's something low key. I didn't know anything about it. They brought it up on one of the shows that they were on, the Full 42 show they were on, and it looks amazing. The theme of it looks great. So I'm curious. I think that might be the thing I push to play Friday with you at Level Up. It looks really cool. I don't know. They might be able to teach you or show you how it plays. It doesn't look like it's a hard teach.
Sure.
So I'm looking forward to that as well. So tell them I said hello.
Cool. Will do.
And if I don't, I'm sure I'll talk to you beforehand. But good luck with the rest of the planning for the convention. And I look forward to seeing you, unfortunately, in Northern Jersey.
Yeah. It's close to lots of stuff. If you haven't had an opportunity to come to Northern Jersey, it's close to lots of stuff. That's a great thing to say about Northern Jersey. No offense to anyone who lives in Northern Jersey. It's but it's close to lots of things.
It is.
So
Yeah,
that'll be
you're not far from the city. You're not far from the Pennsylvania border. Just, growing up downstate, Jersey was Jersey. So it's like being a Yankee fan. I have nothing against people in Boston. I feel like I'll light on fire if I ever end up in Boston. So I heard it's a beautiful city, but I don't think I'll ever see it.
lots of amazing history there too. So
Sure.
yeah.
Yeah, Southern
All right.
Connecticut. I mean, the Bridgeport area by the water is kind of okay.
And everybody go Ravens. Just saying that need to push those Ravens to win. It's my hometown team.
That Buffalo game was sickening.
Yeah.
I was so upset.
Yeah. My house is all Packer fans, so
Same.
Oof. That kick, man. Ouch.
Feels so good, right? Immediately, I looked up I forgot what Scott Norwood's number was, and I thought it was the same number. And I'm like, "You're a kicker. Why are you even wearing that number in Buffalo?" But it was his number was 2. Norwood's number was 11, which kind of could be 2. So
yeah,
couldn't
it's
believe
curse.
it. Yeah, unreal. Anyway, thanks for watching. Right. Yeah, always great to see you guys. West, a pleasure as always, my man.
Same here.
I'll see you soon.
Sounds good.
See you, peeps.